Good morning, everyone. My name is Grant Bennett. I'm the superintendent of the Parish Union High School District. Today, I'm also serving as the EMC. Sally Meyer couldn't make it today. She's come down with a bug, so I'm your MC for the day. Also kind of model my way through it. To start out with, I'd like to ask Deanna from Student Venture Club. I couldn't say your last name, Deanna, I'm sorry. We have too many Z's and too many consonants in it. If you could all please rise for the prayer, and it'll be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance by Council Member Carwin from Menifee.
Thank you. Let's pray. Lord, I just thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. Lord, I pray that you would really allow each student represented here today to be able to soak all of this in, to understand, God, that you have created them so special and unique. And Jesus, that they were the ones that were picked out of their entire school to be here. And I pray that they would understand how special of an honor that is. And Lord, I pray that you would just continue to put your protection and guidance over them. And Lord, I pray that you would bring them to an understanding of they are world changers and what they can do with that. And so, Lord, I pray they would feel honored and loved on today. In your name I pray. Amen.
Councilmember Carwin will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Hand over your hearts. Please face the flag. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Thank you. The Student of the Month program was founded in 1998 by Sally Meyer down in the Temecula-Murrieta area. She then expanded it to Lake Elsinore and into Paris in about 2000, I believe. I was the first teacher from Paris High School District to be able to give the award to a student. We only had the two high schools then. We had Paloma Valley and we had Paris High. Now we've added Heritage, we have Liberty added on, so we didn't have CMI back then, so it was a relatively small group. And they used to have a little room here in the corner that they would hold the Student Month, and we grew. She remodeled the restaurant, and then we grew so much with Student Month, we had to take over the whole place, and that's why we're in the morning. It used to be a lunchtime event. The Student of the Month program is a local high school recognition program supported by the community to acknowledge and honor college, vocational, and trade school-bound seniors for their character, their love of learning, commitment to academics, participation in athletics, school activities, community service, or the ability to persevere and overcome difficult circumstances in a setting that honors God, country, family, community, and free enterprise. That was Sally's whole vision for the Student of the Month program way back in '98 when she started it. I'm going to introduce the principals and their student. We're not going into the program or anything. I just like them to stand and be recognized to start with, and then we'll talk some more. From Paloma Valley High School, Joseph Yara, and Principal Dr. Jennifer Tomasian. Paris Lake High School, the student couldn't make it today, Christopher Reed, but the principal here, Mr. Lee Alfred. From Paris High School, Ariana Garcia and the principal, Juan Santos. And from Heritage High School, Carlos Sarato and assistant principal, Lourdes Matrano. This program falls under the umbrella of the Chambers of Commerce for both Menifee and Paris Valley Chamber of Commerce. So I'd like to ask Genesis Prado from the Paris Valley Chamber of Commerce to come up and make a presentation, and I'm going to speak for the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce. Their rep couldn't make it today.
Hi, I'm Genesis. I'm with the Paris Valley Chamber, and the Chamber and I just wanted to say congratulations on your well-deserved success. We're very proud of you. Your hard work and your perseverance have paid off. Keep up your good work and continue to strive for excellence.
And representing the Menifee Chamber of Commerce, I just want to show certificates that you received signed by the representatives from each chamber. congratulate you on this great achievement. You need to hold that over your brother and sister's head that you got something they don't have right now. Except for at the heritage table, the other two family members already got it, so he's following in their footsteps. But this is in your bag. This whole program is put on by volunteers, and I'd like to introduce some of those people that are here this morning. Our chairs of the Student Month program are Anna Petzner and Sarah Rico, sitting in the back. Wave, ladies. They put me on there, but I'm not a volunteer. I'm working today. None of this could happen without the sponsorship from our local communities, part of the Chamber of Commerce, and then the local business communities and individuals that helped put this on. And I want to recognize the representative that could be here today. Our meal sponsors for the breakfast meeting from Azusa Pacific University, Nachali Rodriguez, over here on the left. Thank you, Nachali. From the Bank of Hemet, Israel Ruiz. Israel's way at the back. Thank you, Israel. From the City of Menifee, Councilmember Bob Carwin. We already had him do the pledge. Thank you, Bob. From the City of Paris, we have Mayor Michael Vargas over here on the right. Thank you, Mayor. Who's eating with you, Mayor? I can't. Is that Nancy Salazar? Is the city clerk for the City of Paris also. Thank you, Nancy. From CRNR, we have Jocelyn Huerta. Way back there. Thank you, Jocelyn, for being here. Sharon and Denny Marsh over here on the right. Thank you for your support. The Paris Union High School District. I introduced them earlier, but Anna Petzner, Sarah Rico, myself, Candace Rains on the left over here, and Bob Bruff also on the left, and Joe Williams in the very back here, my cabinet members. Thank you for being here. From the Riverside County Office of Education, we have Dahlia Behu. Who's Dahlia? Right back there. Thank you, Dahlia. And then doubling up on the Rotary Club of Paris, we have Denny Marsh and Mike Behrens over here on the right. Thank you both for being here again. And we have other ones that it's tough for everybody to get here every time for these meetings, but we have quite a few more that help sponsor this. Then we have scholarship donors. This is a scholarship program. If you're selected Student of the Month, you get the opportunity to apply to be Student of the Year for your school. And you're only competing against 8 other people, so that your odds are much better than a lot of scholarships you apply for. But we have a group of people that help sponsor this. Again, APU, Azusa Pacific University, Nachali Rodriguez. Thank you, Nachali. Mike and Angel Behrens. Mike's over there on the right. Thank you, Mike. You can give it a hand. And Sharon and Denny Marsh are also contributors to the scholarship program. Thank you. The Paris Union Management Association, PUMA, that's our school district administrators. We have a group, and we raise money to give scholarships back to our kids that are graduating from our schools. And we're the largest donor to the Student of the Month program, and we raise the money by every year. We have a golf tournament, and all the proceeds from the golf tournament go towards scholarships for our kids. And Hector Gonzalez is our treasurer in the district. Thank you, Hector. And from Riverside County Superintendent of Schools, Dahlia Balhu, and again back there on the right. Where's she at? I missed the name, sorry. And the Rotary Club of Paris is also a sponsor for the scholarship, and that again is Denny Marsh and Mike Behrens over there on the right. Now that's the point. We have our local dignitaries and representatives. We have our elected officials. We have some people here today that are going to say a few words to you about you being selected Student of the Month. I'm going to name them off, and we're going to go in this order. So what you do is you go around the back and come back over here and get in line. From the City of Paris, Mayor Michael Vargas. From the City of Menifee, Councilmember Bob Carwin. From U.S. Congressman Mark Takano's office, Eddie Jaime. From Riverside County Office of Education, Dahlia Babu. And then all rounded off from the school district. So we'll wait for Mayor Vargas to get over here. You're batting lead off. Matt, you're lead off hitter. I left my glasses on the table. Can't see far. Oh.
Good morning, everybody. It's a very big pleasure for me to be here because I can't always be here because of my schedule. Usually the city clerk is always representing me. But I want to thank all the parents for being here. You're the big backbone behind each and every one of these Student of the Months. Students, this is very exciting. As was explained during prayer, you're being picked out of the whole school. That is a big honor. And to have everybody here from all the different electeds and representatives means a lot, because they're here to support you guys. So good luck in what you do in college. Remember to come back and get back to your community. And you'll be receiving a certificate from my office, and as you will from others too. So congratulations, it's a big honor.
Go Dodgers. So my name is Bob Carwin. I'm the city councilman from the city of Menifee. Both of my kids went to Paloma, and during the pandemic, my daughter transferred to Paris Lake High School to finish her education there and actually graduated valedictorian in 2020. So I've got connections to both of the schools. And the reason I bring that up is because education is something you fight for, right? You fight traffic every morning, you fight exhaustion, and if you go to public school, you know you're fighting against those who don't value education as much as you do. They're trying to take it from you every single day. And everybody who's here being honored today fought back and won. And that is why we want to honor you. We want to recognize the accomplishment, what you went through, the perseverance and the accomplishment that you achieved by grabbing your education from those who are trying to take it from you and keeping it with you for the rest of your life. So I hope you take those lessons you learned here in our school district and take it out with you in the world. On behalf of the city of Menifee, each of you are going to be getting a lovely certificate that I hope will give you a memory of today and just some inspiration to keep fighting well into the future. It's our honor to honor you. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dolly Bahu, and I'm here on behalf of Riverside County Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Edwin Gomez. We do want to say congratulations to each and every one of you students, but also to the parents and the teachers and the mentors and everyone that's in this room, and I'm sure others, that got you here today. And so just remember, you do have a support group wherever you go, whether college or Europe or wherever you decide to go after this. Just remember to come back and love those that supported you here today. Congratulations. I forgot.
Well, I'm back. And now I'm representing some other people also. From Kelly Ciarto's office, he sent a certificate of congratulations and recognition to for all the students. So he sends his best and wishes you well in the future. And that's from the California legislature, from the California State Senate. Senator Mark Roth sends a certificate of congratulations and recognition for you also. So now I'm two ways I've gone through this. We also have from Congressman Mark Takano. He's a U.S. Assemblyman.
Congressman.
I'm getting confused. I was a math teacher, not a history teacher. He's a congressman from our area. He's I think he's going into his third term. So he sends his recognition and congratulations also. Now I'm back to being the superintendent of the school district. We have a certificate for you, and I'm going to show something else in a few minutes when we get to that point. But we all congratulate you. This doesn't happen by accident, as some of you in Student Month. You have great family at home supporting you, making sure that you have what you need to be successful in school. They're there to support you and help you. You have some teachers that are here today, a teacher that's here with you today, and a whole staff at each school that's there to support you and help you. You have administrators, and you have the whole community. You look around and all the great community members that are here just to see the story that you have and what you persevered and how you made it through to this point to be selected Student of the Month. Another thing you're going to get when you're leaving, you can see a bag up here with a lot of different things here. It's our swag bag. So I'm just going to let you know who donates the things there that are here today. Azusa Pacific has a spiral notebook in there. Thank you to Charlie for offering that. City Menifee has a swag bag in there. I'm not sure what's in it, but it's Councilman Carwin, thank you. City Paris also has a swag bag. Mayor Vargas and Ms. Salazar, thank you. All your high schools are going to give you a free yearbook. So you're gonna get a yearbook. If you've already paid for your yearbook, go and get a refund on that. You'll be getting a free one from the school. The high school district, we're gonna give you the opportunity, this is not free, these are thank you cards. So you're gonna get the chance to write these out and get them sent in to all the sponsors and the people that helped put this on. You're probably going, I don't know who they are. But I have 3 pages of people that you're gonna send these thank you cards to, so that'll be a gift to you from us also. And then you're probably worried, well, it's like 55 cents a piece to send a letter nowadays. You fill them out, give them to your principal, and the district will take care of the cost of mailing those out to our sponsors. And that's important. As part of the Student of the Year application, they want to know, have you sent out your cards? And that's like a tiebreaker if it's close on 2 people on the award. The person that sent out the cards is going to get the opportunity to hopefully be Student of the Year. We have a guest with us today that came to visit us and looking to become more involved in this. Jessica Smith over here on the left-hand side. She's from Mali Community Outreach. And she has a gift with us, a magnetic resource card for assistance if you need things in the future coming up. And you can reach out to them, and they have great services available for you. So thank you for being here this morning. And then part of the Student of the Year thing, you're going to get another swag bag with some special gifts in there. One of our sponsors of that is here today from CR&R, Gosselin Huerta, on the right side over here. Thank you for being here. So you're probably tired of hearing me talk. I'm tired of hearing me talk. We're going to get to the presentation of our students this morning. How I do it, I run a little different than Sally, so we'll follow my direction this morning. I have the principal come up with the student will come on this side with the family next to them. This side will be the principal at the podium, and this side will be the teacher that's here to represent the student. So the principal will talk first, they'll turn it over to the teacher to get to talk, and then the student will get to talk, introduce one family member that's going to speak for representing your family. And we'd like the student to answer one of these heartfelt questions. What do you believe is your greatest contribution to your community, school, or family? What do you think is the most significant life lesson that you will take with you to college? Or how do you plan on giving back to our community or paying it forward? Or the 4th question would be, share a personal story that demonstrates an obstacle that you've overcome. So now I'm going to ask, we're going to follow the order on the program. Dr. Jennifer Tomasian and Joseph Yara and his family, please come up.
Everybody come on up. We're going to squeeze in tight though so that the cameras can get it. Okay, good morning everyone. It is my honor to introduce Paloma's Student of the Month for December, Mr. Joseph Hara. Joey is an incredible, outstanding young man. He checks all the boxes, right? He's number 25 out of a class of 780. So academically, he takes AP classes, dual enrollment classes. He, the past 2 years, has served in our counseling office where I've gotten to see him interact with parents when they come in. He greets them at the door. He's so polite and so respectful and so helpful. Like, I've actually had parents mistake him for a staff member on our campus. But I think the thing where he makes his impact the most on our campus was his freshman year, when he and some friends approached our ASB director and said, we need to start an esports team. And from there it has grown and flourished and developed into something that I don't know that any of us could have ever dreamed about. And so I'm gonna let Mr. Conaway speak a little bit more about Joey and his contribution and the things that he has led at Paloma Valley High School.
Hi everyone, and thank you for joining us in celebrating these amazing students. I have been honored to know Joey for the past 3 years. I started at Paloma the same year that Joey came here as a freshman. And he approached me actually during my 2nd year of teaching and was asking me if I would be interested in starting the or taking over the esports program with him. My first impression of Joey was that he was a extremely professional and respectful young man, and he's just continued to show me more and more about him as we've gone throughout the years. As far as esports, he is the reason why not only in the school we are one of the biggest esports programs in the county. We've presented at Riverside County Office of Ed for their esports symposium, which happens tomorrow. But we've also been able to expand it not only to at Paloma, but around the entire district, and also helping now with the city of Menifee in order to start an esports program with the city. Thanks to Joey and leading us, he has basically changed the dynamic of the school culture at Paloma to include the gamers and people that didn't have a place. Now they have a place to go after school and connect with people. I've seen it firsthand. Joey is always welcoming and will welcome anybody new to this school and to the club. We've been able to get a couple of kids that just got transferred actually from different schools, and they're able to find friends within 1 or 2 weeks, and they're best friends, and they've still talk to this day. So as far as Joey and my relationship, I never actually had him in my class as a student, but I know that all of his other teachers say the same thing about him. He's an amazing student. He's very respectful. He's very polite. He's very professional, as you guys can see the way he dresses. This is his normal Monday attire. This is not just for this event. But Joey has been not only a leader on campus, but he's also been, even though I'm the mentor teacher here, he's been a mentor to me in teaching me how to be a better person, be a better leader, and I cannot thank you enough for the way that he has contributed to the school at Paloma Valley High School. So.
Okay, so as you've heard, my name is Joseph Jara, and I wanted to, and with me is my mom, Teresita, my dad, Martin, my grandma and grandpa, Celestina, and Jesus. And you met him, but yeah, my mentor and esports advisor, Mr. Conway, and teacher at school. So today I wanted to talk about an obstacle that I overcome during my freshman year. Now, during my freshman year, at this point, I had been doing javelin for about 4 years, and things were going pretty good. I had secured a top 6 position at a national tournament during that year, and at the same time, I decided with a few of my friends to start an esports club my freshman year, as well as tackling on athletics in my school by signing up for the boys soccer program. When COVID started to spread, though, restrictions came in, and I saw largely that the things that I could do before I could no longer do, as track meets were closed because of COVID restrictions, and we went to online, so a lot of things I couldn't do anymore, and so forth. So at this point, I decided to take my life in a new direction and focus on being the president of this esports club that we had created. And turns out, during COVID, we would see our most productive and highest joining and membership of our club that we've ever seen. As Mr. Conway joined as our esports advisor, we grew the one small group of kids during our freshman year into an abundant community that had everybody's back, and they all loved one thing, gaming, whether it was competitive esports or just in a recreational sense. We saw amazing interpersonal relationships being created here, as through structured esports teams and kids that just wanted to find a friend to play with, even though if they couldn't play face to face. And this also ties into what I believe to be my greatest contribution to my community, which is the esports club, which has united so many students on campus. So, although COVID might have momentarily taken away some of the things I love to do most, it has allowed me to, it's given me the opportunity to create something that will last long after I've gone, and will hopefully help the students in future generations as much as it helped mine during COVID. So, continuing from there, towards the future, as to where I plan to attend college, I plan to attend a 4-year university in California with preference towards UC Irvine, and I plan to study computer science and I'm seeking a job in the future in the esports industry, in whichever way I can continue to help support it. I want to thank the sponsors, the Chamber of Commerce, Sizzlers for allowing this event to be hosted here today. I also want to thank all the Paloma Valley staff, Mr. Conaway, of course, Ms. Tomasian, Dr. Tomasian, who has greatly helped, and without them, we wouldn't be able to do esports in any capacity the way we have been able to. I want to also thank my mom and my dad for supporting me throughout all these years and putting up with me having to stay later during school and all these in sports and all these other things. And also my grandparents have always supported me since the very beginning and always told me to dream high, as well as all my teachers throughout K through 12 who have really had a profound impact on my upbringing and my goals, so to say. So for that, I want to say thank you. And I want to thank all of you and all the sponsors here today who allowed this event to be possible, that allowed me to speak on my experience in my past 4 years. So thank you.
Hi, good morning. Well, I'm Joy's mom, and we are very proud. And first, thank you for inviting us, and let us see how big he is going. And like a young man, he's been always a great kid, very obedient, very responsible since little. Do homework and then play. And now he plays and plays and plays more. We're trying to be better and motivate other kids. He's been always a good friend with the other kids, push them when they are down, trying to help them to raise. And that for me is make me very happy. Thank you to my parents also, because they are the team. The cheerleaders, and all the ways with my kids. For me, family is very important. And sorry, I don't speak very good English, but we are Mexicans, and we are very happy to be in this great nation that make us grow so much. And I hope all the good things for all the kids in this nation, and all the kids that we are immigrants. And to continue to grow up. Thank you for all the support of everybody, for the teachers. That is a great impact for me, how they make them look high to the kids and reach their goals. For me, it's made me very happy to be here, and hopefully he can give so much to this nation and to the world. Thank you very much. Thank you for the teachers. Thank you.
Well done. Good job, Team Paloma. Next up, my good friend and the principal of Paris Lake High School, Mr. Lee Alfred.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lee Alfred. I'm the principal at Paris Lake High School. I have the opportunity to share with you a little bit about our student of the month, Mr. Christopher Reed, who he and his family couldn't be here with us today. And this is the first time I've ever presented where a student couldn't show up. I don't know if this has happened in the history of the program before. But I just wanted to use this as an opportunity to kind of remind ourselves that even in the light of us celebrating such great students and so many tremendous things that you're doing, that sometimes life still happens. And when we are going through those things, even something as great as a day like today, where we could use that to celebrate and take us out of that moment, we have to remember that sometimes in life, there's nothing bigger than what a family might be going through. And so Christopher, dealing with some anxieties and some other things going on at home, he and his family were not able to be here. But I think that that's a reflection of, even though they're dealing with those things, he was still selected as our student of the month, because when he comes to school, he's still demonstrating what he needs to do as a student. He walks in, he has this great personality, I wish I could share with you, like he has these perfect curls every single day. I don't know how he does it. It's been many years since I could kind of do that hairstyle. But, he walks on campus and, he's just kind of a light. He's a beacon. Students are drawn to him. He joined us a little bit late, but when he did, he still kind of took over the campus. Everybody knew who he was. Teachers knew who we were. They were celebrating him. And so I couldn't be more honored than to be able to present this award to him. He was really super ecstatic. And I can't wait to be able to bring all the gifts and awards back to him and his family. And hopefully that will provide them with something to be able to celebrate and have something that kind of takes them out of that traumatic mood that's going on in their home right now to celebrate their son. So with that, I do want to say congratulations, Christopher. And I'm going to let his teacher, Mr. Maciel, speak a little bit more about it.
Good morning, everybody. Unfortunately, Chris couldn't be here today, as Mr. Alfred mentioned. He's going through a couple things, but he's just one of those students that just shows up, and every time he comes into class, he's got this great attitude. He's like, okay, what do we got to do today? And not only does he do his stuff, but he makes a conscious effort to make sure that those around him are also coming along with him. If they're not understanding something, he steps in. He says, let me help you out with whatever you need. He's very selfless in that way. And it's a pleasure to be able to work with him in class. I have him for 2 periods. And it doesn't matter what's happening in his life outside of school. He comes in and he's just a beacon for everyone to look at. Okay, he's a great example for everyone. I'm very happy to be able to be here and talk about him as a model student there at Paris Lake High School. And I'm just very happy to have the opportunity to work with him every day. So on his behalf, I'm sure he'd be really honored to be here. But we'll take this back to him and we'll celebrate him back at school.
All right. Real quick, can I just say, Joey, like, you dress better than me as a principal, man. Keep it up. He has socks. Yeah, he has socks. I'm sorry, that's my style, socks. All right. Up next, Paris High School and Principal, Mr. Juan Santos.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you once again for honoring our students. I have the pleasure of introducing you to Ariana Garcia. And let me open this up. All of you that are here today, depending on how big your senior class is, I have the opportunity to recognize one of our students out of 450. And when we look at our district, we have close to 10,000 students, or maybe we're at 10,000 students. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of you who are here today being recognized with this award. So congratulations to all of you for being the number one in your school to be here this month. Ariana has done an amazing job, and one of the things that we as principals like is when we see students taking advantage of the opportunities that are afforded to them at the high schools. Ariana has done many different things within our school. She's been part of our ag program. She was an officer last year. She has also been part of ASB. She is also involved in a medical assisting program. And up until her senior year, she was kind of deciding what she was going to do. And she, in the back of her mind, also was thinking about maybe going into the military to study to become a nurse. Her goal is to become a traveling nurse. And so she was going to go the military route, but after taking some of the courses and putting it in her schedule this senior year and taking some of the courses, she's also applied to universities, and she's been accepted to a variety of them, from CBU to Grand Canyon, Chico State. Her goal is to get into nursing, and part of it was through the education that she received at Paris High School and taking the medical assisting classes that we have. So in being a very active student and improving the culture of our school with the many things that she does with ASB, her senior year she couldn't be in ASB because she was so involved in all these other things. But she is our DJ at our football games, so she still has a link to ASB. She does our announcements at our school, even though she's not really taking the class, and she's still keeping her toes wet and all the different things that she's doing. And so it's really awesome to be able to see a student have the door open to her senior year so that she can reach her dreams wherever she wants to go, and that we were a little part of that. And so I want to thank Ariana and her mom for being amazing parents and students at our school. And with that, I'll introduce Ms. Osuna, who is a ASB teacher that nominated her.
So good morning, everyone, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here with my student Ariana. I want to take the time to let you all know how much I appreciate everyone involved in this process. I've only been here 3 months in a row, just saying ASB is the best. Today, I also want to let Ariana know how much I appreciate her. Ariana, you are the perfect example of great leadership. Ari is the first to arrive at any of our events and the last one to leave. She is reliable, dependable, and a real team player. Like Mr. Santos said, she is the voice of our school, so she was having like withdrawals right now when you guys said the Pledge of Allegiance, because that's what she does every morning. And of course, she does a phenomenal job. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication to remember to be there on time every single day, because it's exactly at 9:25 every day. She's right there, right on time to do the morning announcements. And of course, she's our ASB DJ, and everybody that's involved in anything that has to do with ASB knows that being the DJ, having to please the whole entire crowd, and changing the culture of our school is a lot of pressure. But she does that she's up to the challenge. So you can spot Ariana at any of our school events. And again, she's the little heart of our school. So one of the most memorable experiences that I've had with Ari was during our homecoming. I have to admit, it was one of the hardest weeks that I've had in my position as the new director of ASB. And Ari and her mom showed up with a bouquet of flowers. And it was at this time that I knew the type of leader that she is. Her kind gesture and support came at a time when I needed it the most. So not only is Ari kind, but she is also intelligent, she is humble, and she's always trying her best to ensure that the culture of our school is moving in the right direction. So we need more leaders like you, Ari. And of course, I couldn't end my speech without giving you a little glimpse of what Mr. Rodriguez said about you, because as you guys know, I took over his position and Ariana has been with him for 3 years before that. So in his words, I met Ariana when she was in the 8th grade, and her ASB teacher at Pinacari said, "You have to take this girl," referring to Ari over here, "into your program, because like now, she is an amazing student, and back then too. I am happy that she has allowed me to be part of her life these past 4 years, and the awards that she receives today are well deserved. So thank you, Ari."
Wow, okay, so that makes my speech harder. So like they said, I'm Ariana. I'm here today with my guest teacher, Mrs. Osuna, my principal, Juan Santos, and my parents, Stephanie and Dean Garcia. My parents have always supported me in everything and anything I wanted to try, whether all the clubs, AVID, FFA, ASB, National Honor Society, name them all. Mrs. Osuna is like one of the greatest teachers we have on Paris High. We're literally so lucky to have her. She makes everyone feel so welcome and that they have a home away from their own home. For my greatest contribution to my campus, it's the spirit that I bring. I try to be as involved as I can with everything, whether it be with administrators or the students that we have on campus. The greatest thing that we have for being in high school is just to be yourself. Many students are struggled today just to fit in the shoes that they are meant to be in. So I think being in high school is one of those things that students actually get a groove and figure themselves out before they go on and experience what life has to offer. Being social has opened many doors for me. Like I said, I'm involved in AVID, FFA, National Honor Society, and ASB around the ASB DJ. DJing, it's a whole new opportunity in itself. So many people come up, "Why do you play this song? Why do you play this song?" Like, sorry, I can't do that. But one thing there is, no matter how awkward the music gets, people move, and I love to put the smiles on their faces with their friends and how they get to experience high school. I feel like music is one of the things that can actually tie people together. No matter what genre you listen to, you can always groove and have something to talk about. As a leader, I want to give equal opportunity to all students and help them feel welcome at a school, whether they are new or just trying to fit in. I plan on attending CBU, where I will be majoring in nursing. Thanks to the support that I have received at Paris High, I will be graduating high school as a medical assistant. I will be a certified one as well, so I can work right out of in a hospital right out of high school. With the knowledge I have gained, I hope to continue my journey in the medical field, where I plan on being a pediatrician or a travel nurse. Lastly, I personally want to say thank you to all the sponsors here. It really means a lot to have you guys come out and support students like us and show that we're actually dedicated and, you know, we put all this effort in, and it's nice to get rewarded. So thank you. And then now I'm going to introduce my mom, Stephanie Garcia.
Sorry for my voice, I lost it. But maybe the nerves, I don't know. But I'm going to say thank you for everything that you guys done to show your gratitude to the kids that work very hard. Because out there right now, it's a battlefield. And with my daughter, she's been she was my firstborn, and I've always been there for them, all my kids. I have 3. And Ariana has stepped up so much ever since she was little. She was always dedicated to school, always trying to figure out more what she can do. And I've always stepped back and said, honey, do what you want to do. It's you against the world. So as long as you do it, I'll be there to stand by you. And her father has always been there. And I'm just a proud mom to be here, standing here next to my daughter, and how much she worked so hard to get where she's at. It's hard. And with COVID, it kind of like shut us down for a second there, you know, but I see a lot of kids out there still doing what they need to do to get where they are. And we are all proud of everybody. And thank you so much.
Up next, I'd like to introduce Assistant Principal Ruiz Medrano from Heritage High School.
Good morning. As I was introduced, my name is Lourdes Medrano. I'm one of the assistant principals at Heritage, but I'm here on behalf of our beautiful, smart, new principal, Miss Lindsay Chavez, who could not be with us this morning, but entrusted me to represent her, because we're here to honor Carlos Julian Serrato. And so I don't know a whole lot about him. I was at the National Honor Society celebration, and so I was able to listen in on the conversation that Ms. McPherson was having with the family. And just from what I heard, amazing family, beautiful children, and it's because of the parents, right? And so I celebrate all you parents and the students who have been awarded today. And so thank you, and I will now give it to Ms. Smith.
Hello. Pearson. Good morning. My name is Katrina McPhail. I thank you, by the way, for having this. This is a wonderful event. I have to tell you, Ms. Asuna, I was a former ASB director at Paris High School, and you're doing a great job. You really are. You're doing a wonderful job. Keep it up. Keep going. Keep going. This is Carlos Serrato. I have had the pleasure of having him as a freshman in AP Human Geography, and now I have had him as a senior in AP Government. I'm going to continue to have him next semester for AP Econ. So if you hear that word AP a lot, it's because he takes a lot of AP classes. I sent out an email after I found out that he was selected, and I sent it to all his teachers and said, hey, could you tell me, what you'd like me to say about him? And Miss Macias, who he is the link crew leader for her freshman college and career class, she wrote to me and she said, Carlos came in and he was really nice, and then I kind of looked at his schedule, and she said, I realized my class, this link crew class where he mentors freshmen, is the only class he's taking that's not an AP class. And she said, I was astounded. That's Carlos. He puts his time and effort into his education, but then he also gives back to the school. He is just an amazing young man. My personal sort of story about him, as you can tell, he has an infectious smile. He's sort of the student that always gets the jokes that the teacher might inadvertently make. And I'll always kind of look over at him and he'll be like, he'll have a smile, he'll be trying not to giggle. He is just a wonderful young man. And this is the funny one. I had him before as a freshman, so I knew Carlos. But this year, the first day of school, I'm taking roll, and on our roll, it has their name, but then it also has, like, in parentheses, sort of a nickname or what they want to go by. And I looked at it, and it said Big C. And I said, Carlos, have you changed your name since freshman year? Are you really Big C? And he looked at me and he said, did they really put that? He's allowed to do his own registration, and so he put, what do you want to be known as? And he put Big C. So from then on, I should say, I call him Big C. And I giggle every time I say it. He is a wonderful young man. He's dedicated, he's mature, he is responsible, he is just amazing, and I'm so proud of him. Carlos Serrato.
As you know, I'm Carlos Serrato, or Big C, if you may. As for my goals, first I'd like to introduce my parents and thank them for coming, as well as my teachers and assistant principal. It's a pleasure to have them here to, say kind words about me and have them had been nominated by them. And I just to say, as for after high school, I'd like to, hopefully go to a four-year university, hopefully UCLA for microbiology and immunology. And after that, transition into a med school. I want to, in the end, become a surgeon. I want to help the people around me. I want to make sure everyone can live a good life, like they can function as the way they want to be, which helps me transition to the program, as she said, the Link Crew. Probably one of my more favorite programs, aside from sports, because I get to mentor freshmen. I get to introduce them into all these clubs in the schools and all these sports up there. It's new, it's a new environment, it's a bigger school, and sometimes they just need that guidance. And I love seeing them as they grow. I like, staying in touch with them as they grow, and maybe some of them join me also in my program, such as some of them are going to come back and do Link Crew, and some of them are with me right now in my cross country and track program. And it's just good to see the community grow around you and know that you are a part of that and that you help them, and that you could be, a part of the solution for everything. And as for one of the things that I've taken away from all the years I've had at Heritage is to just not take things too seriously, have a smile with everything you do. I see all my peers around me, they're stressing college applications, classes, all the AP, all the college dual enrollment classes. And sometimes it's good to just take a break and realize you can smile because you're around people around the people you love, and if you don't take everything too seriously, you can have fun with everybody would consider work. Yeah. And with that, I'd just like to thank everybody who's here today as well for showing up. This Student of the Month, it wouldn't be possible without all the support from sponsors, teachers, administrators who come here today and just congratulate all the students. And with that, I'd like to introduce the original, Carlos Serrano, to say a couple things.
Good morning, everyone. As he said it, we're born and raised in Mexico. It's a small village, central Mexico. Not access to any education other than elementary school. Actually, we've been swimming against the current now, like the salmon, to get our kids through. This is our third kid. We have three. All three of them have been attending this ramp to success, I call it. Because you guys make it for the kids so they can have that open mind and continue into college. And my two elders, they grad from UCLA. As you can see how he wants to go to UCLA so bad. Because his biggest challenge is not the school or the place he's gonna end at. His biggest challenge is his brother and sister. He don't want to be stepped down from. So I'm so proud of parents. My thing is not me. I'm just proud, but she's the sole responsible because I come over here to provide, and she's the one who's been taking care of all my kids. And my wife, she's the one who's been guiding me. I just provide. And proud of my kids. Just a proud parent. Thank you very much, all of you.
Thank you to everyone. And now I'd like to present our district's Student of the Month, our amazing superintendent. He is so funny, actually. Made me laugh.
Well, I don't think I'm going to be a comedian. I'll keep my day job. Let's see where I'm at on the program here. Too much stuff. Well, we're getting near the end of the program, and you got to hear about a lot of our, the fourth grade kids that are here today. But we have nearly 11,000 students in the district altogether, including CMI. We're over 11,000, and we're continuing to grow, and we're very happy with the quality of student that we're able to produce each year coming out of our school, graduating. They go on to great things. They get opportunities. And when I took over as superintendent, I said I wanted all of our kids to have three choices when they leave our schools. They could go to college, they go to a career, or they go to the armed services. If we do that, we're doing our job. And I was just at a conference, and someone else had it, they called it the 3 E's. Enlist, employ, what's the third one? Enroll. That was a college one. I should have got that one first. So I'm gonna kind of switch over to using that instead of saying that the three choices. I think those three things. If every kid has that ability when they leave us, they're doing great things, and we'll be able to do great things. I'm gonna follow along what Sally does. She always makes some notes and then talks about each kid a little bit. I'm not as eloquent with the words as she is, but I'll make my way through it. So I'm gonna ask Joey to stand up for me, please. I love the shirt and tie. That's awesome. You did dress better than me. What the work you've done to build the esports program over at Golden Valley has been amazing, because now it's spread throughout the district, and it's really become such a huge thing in the county. And it's another place where kids can go and be involved with something positive on campus and be productive. So we congratulate you on doing that. Thank you for doing that. You talked about being professional. You can see the way you're dressed. You dress that like that way every Monday. That's great. We can get all of our staff to dress that way on Monday. They're happy. Now, just up here when you were talking, you could tell you're so respectful and a strong leader on campus. And going to UC, you want to go to UCI and do computer science. Computer science is such a huge area right now that kids can go into, and there's jobs available. There's jobs that they can't fill because there's not enough candidates. So I think you're going to do great things as you move forward. So thank you and congratulations. Now, Ariana, you need to stand up, Ariana. Ariana, they talked about Ariana being an ag officer at Paris High School. The ag program at Paris High School has about 900 kids in it. It's one of the largest, it's in the top 5 in the country on the number of students being involved, and to be an officer in there is a feather in your cap, so congratulations on that. And the medical assisting program that Ms. Barrows had started that a number of years ago. And it's just such a great thing. And all of the classes are matriculated through Mount San Jacinto Community College. So that's how you're getting the certification to be able to go forward and have a job while you're going to school. And nursing is such just a great thing to give back to others, want to take care of others. I'm getting old, so I'm going to probably need a nurse sometime in the future, hopefully not too soon. And if you're a traveling nurse, I'd love to have you take care of me because I can just see your heart and your soul that you have, and it's so positive. And you're a great representative of Paris High School, so congratulations. Carlos. You can see Carlos has a great sense of humor. When he was up here, you could see his smile and just the way he holds himself. He does some great things. Being a link crew leader, that's awesome. Looking back and helping those freshman kids that are coming into high school, they don't really know how to work their way through, especially coming out of COVID. So many kids were being a little bit lost, but you're giving back to your school and your community. It's so great, and you can see when you're up here the maturity that you have. All the AP class you have. I know Ms. Tomasi was almost jumping up and down and said you want to go to UCLA. That's her alma mater. She'll teach you the 8 clap before the meeting's over. I wanted to go into the medical field, medical school, and become a surgeon. Maybe you'll have Adriana as one of your nurses, and as you're doing surgery, she's one of your helpers to help keep the person moving forward. And we want to congratulate you and say thank you for what you've done over at Heritage High School. As you see, we have a film crew here, and these are students from Heritage High School that are here recording this. They're going to edit it, and we'll get it sent out, get it posted on the school websites and those different places. I want to introduce the people that are here doing that. I want to start with their advisor, Mr. Nicholas Kalantar. Mr. Kalantar, thank you. Does a great job with that program. Our director is Genesis Morales, or Genesis. Right back in the corner there somewhere. You wave your hand. Thank you, Genesis. Our 3 camera operators, Aaliyah Gonzalez. Where's Aaliyah? Over here on the right, my right, your left. Fatima Davila. Where's Fatima at? In the back, thank you, Fatima. And Faith Sambunski. Did I get close? A little bit close. Thank you for at least saying that. I got semi-close. So as Sally always ends the meeting, she has a word of the month, and it's by John Maxwell. He's a motivational speaker. He's a pastor, and she wants me to play this, so I'm going to see if I can get it going. If not, I may have to call the tech guy up here to. Bad, I only have 1 bar in here.
Receive a gift. I mean, there's something about a person who says, I brought something to you, and you begin to unwrap that gift, and you feel very special because that person thought enough about you to bring you something. Today's word on Minute with Maxwell is gift, and the reason I like to talk about it is because we all like to receive gift, but let me tell you, there's a higher level of living than the gift that you receive, and that's the gift that you give. A mature person, I believe, enjoys gift giving more than gift receiving because they enjoy adding value to people. They enjoy surprising people in a positive way and bringing a new height of happiness to them during their day. I've received a lot of gifts in my life, and I'm always grateful. But I've given a lot of gifts in my life. I'm always fulfilled when I give. Grateful when I receive, fulfilled when I give. As I look at those 2 words side by side, grateful, fulfilled, both of them are beautiful. But for me, fulfilled is just a little bit more special because that means I've done something good for someone else. So when you think of gift today on Minute with Maxwell, don't think only of the gifts that you receive from others. Ask yourself, what gift can I give to add value and make a difference in someone's life?
Well, just thinking about this morning, listening to about our students, the gift they've given to our schools, and the gift they've given to our communities, and the gifts they're going to give to our whole nation as they move forward into their careers of choice. And on behalf of the Paris Union High School District and Sally Meyer with Sizzler and the Chambers of Commerce, I want to say thank you for being here this morning. Have a great holiday season. Enjoy some time with your family and with some time off. At least the kids get time off. I'm not sure we're all working. But enjoy the holidays and look for a second semester as your senior year. Don't let up now. You only have one more semester to go. Keep it going. I look forward to shaking your hand on stage in June. So thank you and have a great morning.